there guys, my name is Danielle. You can call me Dani and welcome to my channel. Today I am doing a 2020s makeup empties video. Now I did start doing like a makeup empties sort of like just random times video, but then life started happening. 2020 kind of slapped us in the face a little bit. So I couldn't really catch up, and then the products just kind of started piling up of my empties, and then I decided to just wait till the end of the year and just sort of do an overall view of everything. I'm not going to go very much in depth into the product itself. Instead, what I want to do is I want to show you more of like the price range and of like how much I used up per month and how much I used up overall. And I want to show you guys, how much products I used, whether they were high-end, low-end, things like that. And yeah, I hope you guys really enjoy this video. Thank you for joining me. If you are watching on New Year's Day, thank you guys so much. Welcome. Happy New Year. Happy 2021. Let's make this year great. We're gonna start off amazing. And yeah, even if you're not watching on New Year's, thank you for even watching at all. And thank you for coming. If this is your first time here, hi, my name is Dani. Please come join the family. We would love to have you here. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that bell, leave a comment down below and saying hi. I love talking to all of you guys, and let's go ahead and get started. So we're gonna start from the very beginning, January 2020. Before, everything happened. Life was great. We were, living the dream. I had just been released from home recovery. If you guys didn't know, 2019 December, I had a major surgery in my stomach. They took my stomach away, all that thing. You guys are probably tired of me talking about it. But I had finally recovered from all that. January, I was finally able to go back to work, live my life, very calmly go back to my life. But all was good in the world, all was good in the life. I was thriving, I was living, I was ready to go back to life. So in January, I used up 12 products. It rounded to $119.93 of products I used up in the month of January. Now February, this is the month where things were still doing okay, but then we were kind of like, is something gonna happen? Like, is the world okay? Because the virus was kind of just popping out, and then everyone's like, it's okay, it's only a few people, like it's gonna die down, it's not gonna come up here. For February, I only used 2 products up and that was $35. Now in March, that's when things started going a little bit downhill. Things started closing down. America was officially shut down during the middle of March, and that's when we had our first quarantine and our first shutdown, and that's when I was stuck at home once again. In March, I used up 3 products, and with those 3 products, it cost exactly $111. In April, we are still in this crazy thing, which we have now started calling the pandemic. And we are finally now able to go back to work. We are still on like a restricted lockdown. You can only go to a certain amount of places, although it is not required to have a mask yet. Lots of stores are able to say you cannot enter without a mask, but it is still not required. So in April, I used up 5 products. With those 5 products, it costed $48.49. In May, in Iowa specifically, our governor would not allow the passing of a overall mask mandatory, but they were given the opportunity for people to do it in their own cities. So the mayor of my city did put a mandatory mask, like, I don't even know how to describe it. Like, you just had to wear a mask wherever you went. So in May, we did have to do that. In May, we were allowed to go back to work. I did go back to work, and I had to start wearing a mask at work, and I was deemed high risk from my doctors. And so then if there was an outbreak anywhere, I had to stay home. And in May, I used up 10 products going from skincare, hair care, and makeup. And in those 10 products, it was $187.98. June, things started getting crazy. In June, our governor said you do not need to wear a mask no matter what your mayor says. And bars started opening, stores started opening everywhere, and things just started getting crazy. In June, I used up 4 products. Majority of them were high-end, so I used up $150 worth of products. July, everything was going downhill. America has finally been deemed the #1 coronavirus place. It was deemed very, very, very dangerous to be living in America. Iowa was deemed #1 coronavirus what's it called, like area of the United States. We were one of the top ones next to New York, Florida, and I think it was also California or Texas. And we were scared. In July, I used up 3 products, and with those 3 products, it was only $27.50. August, our governor finally decided that it was time for us to take a stand, and she finally put out a mandatory mask wearing around all of Iowa, and we were finally very thankful for that. And with that, we were now able to wear masks. We did start having a whatchamacallit, what's it called, when you have a nighttime schedule? What's it called? I'm totally blanking on it because I never had one when I was younger, but when you have to be at home at a certain time, I'm so blanking on this. Editing Dani, when you get this, I'm sorry, just call me dumb. and put it up here once you remember it, because I know when you're editing Dani, it's gonna come to you and you're just gonna feel stupid. But we did end up getting one of those in our town and in the town over, so lots of stores had to close at a certain time. And so then August, I did use up, let me make sure I'm saying this right, yep. In August, I did use up 7 products, which only added up to $47.46. Next is September. September being my birth month. Now in September, a lot of things happened. In September, I had a mental breakdown. I ended up doing a leave of absence from my work, and then I ended up leaving my work. Even though I really loved that job, I really enjoyed it, I ended up leaving because I wasn't mentally stable with it, and also just the virus in general was really catching up to me, and I was really scared because since I am high risk, I was too scared to be around the kids, because at that time we had 2 cases in my work where there was an outbreak. So I was too scared to work there, it was too stressful, and so I had to get out. But I did use up 29 products in the month of September. I had a pretty okay birthday, I would say. It wasn't the greatest. I ended up having food poisoning on my birthday, and that's pretty much what summed up 2020, just like food poisoning. And with those 29 products, I used up $494.96 worth of products. October wasn't that bad. October, I ended up getting a new job, which I am in it still to this day, and I really enjoyed it. It's definitely in a new and different field than I was in before, and although I am still in high risk, I did move to another frontliner high risk job, but that is okay because on this side of it, I don't come in contact with the people as much as the others do. So I am more deemed safe in this situation. So I was really glad about that. Then also in October, more rumors started coming around with a whatchamacallit? Oh, gosh darn it. I'm like going blank with everything. A vaccine for the virus. In October, I used up 16 products, which added up to $357.66. November, we are coming close to the end of the year. November started off pretty good, actually. There was a lot less restrictions. We were still having a mask mandatory. People were not forced to wear a mask, but if you did not wear a mask, you could get the cops called on you and you would be asked to leave the store. So in November, I used up 32 products, which added up to $389.17. In December, things were actually pretty good. I was doing Vlogmas. I really enjoyed it. It was the first year where I actually did daily vlogs instead of like a full week in one Vlogmas, and I was really enjoying it. It was difficult, I will admit. I don't know how YouTubers do it. I was afraid I wasn't gonna have enough content for you guys, but you know, we pushed through it, honestly. They have finally deemed a vaccine, and a lot of frontliners were chosen to be recipients of the vaccine, and I am very proud to say that I am one of those to receive the vaccine very soon. Me and my brother, who we both work at a very high-risk frontliner job, we both got approved for the vaccine. He will be getting his soon, but I have not received my letter of when I will be receiving mine, but I am on the waiting list. And so in December, I used up 23 products, adding up to $386.92 worth of makeup and skincare and hair care and all kinds of care. So the number of products I fully used up in 2020 was 146 products. Now honestly, that's not a lot. I definitely think I can do a lot better in 2021. I definitely feel like I can use up way more than 146. Like, I didn't even make it to 150. I think I can definitely make it past that. With that 146 products, the amount of money that I was able to use up was $2,356.07. Now, that might seem like a good amount of money, but as you think about it, and I definitely did think about it, I definitely added all that back up just from my Sephora haul that I did a few months ago, which I will link up here if you guys have not seen that video yet. And I have not balanced it out. Although I did use up majority of the money that I have added back into my collection, I feel like I still could have done better to use up majority of my products. And I feel like I just didn't pay enough attention towards the beginning of the year, especially when the virus started coming out more and being more prominent to everyone, and being more of a dire situation to a lot of us. And so then with that, the calculations of the number of high-end products that I actually used was 75, leaving that the number of low-end products I used was 71. So out of 146, 75 of those products were high-end, and then out of the 146, 71 of those products were low-end. So I did end up using more of my high-end products up than my low-ends, but it was pretty close. So only 4 products more than my low-end. So I would say I am actually really glad that I used up like a half and half majority of my products. So I definitely, you know, had a great variety of using up a mixture of high-end and low-end products to hair care, skincare, and makeup and things like that. So I am actually really proud of myself for that. And I am very excited to do that again for this year. This year, I want to do it a little differently. This year, for 2020, this is how I had it set up. So in 2020, I had it set up where in January, I listed just the brand name and then how much that product was. And then at the end of that month, I added up how much it was all together, and then I just put where it ended off, and then added the next month. I just started off again with the different numbers, starting over again. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. But this year, how I want to think of doing it is, this year what I want to do is I want to do it where we start off with the month, and then I'll put the same. Hi Maya. she was taking a nap under me. We'll do the same with the numbers. We'll put the name of the product or the name of the brand, and then next to that we'll put whether it was skincare, hair care, body care, or makeup. Or actually, how about we'll do it where if it was makeup or beauty care. That's what I want to do. I want to separate it into makeup and beauty care, and then we'll separate it into high-end, low-ends. So we're just gonna write it out right next to it. We're not gonna like make it too difficult. And then next to that, we're gonna put the price of it, so that we'll still keep track of how much we were using up that month. And then along with that, I also want to keep track of how much I spent that month. So with that, what I want to do is right next to it, whenever I go to the store or something, and let's say I go to Walmart and I'm doing some grocery shopping, and then I take a peek into the makeup section and I see there's a new lip product from Profusion, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I need this. So I grab it, put it in my cart. I'll look at my ticket, see how much that lip product was, and then I'll add it into that section of that month, and I'll keep adding that. So let's say a week later, we're still in the same month. I go to Ulta and I buy a whole bunch of makeup that adds up to like $67, and then I write that down as well. Then at the end of the month, I write down how much I used up in the dollar amount, how much I spent in the dollar amount, and see if it was equal or if I spent more than I used up and things like that. Does that make sense? Because I feel like I really want to see how much I'm using up and spending, because just realizing that I used up over $2,000 worth of products, but I did spend over $2,000 worth of makeup of the year 2020. I know that I did not use up more products than what I bought or what I like put back into my collection. Does that make sense? I hope it does. So that's definitely what I want to change for the year 2021, and I hope this is kind of interesting to you guys, because I feel like this is really interesting to me. Not only do I love makeup and managing stuff and just sort of overall organization and stuff, I am a business girl. I am going to college for business. I am helping my father with his business. He is a CEO, and I do plan on taking over his business. So I do know a lot of things about numbers and budgeting and things like that. Even though I'm really bad about it for myself, I know how to do it when it comes to businesses. So I think this is going to be really cool to see, all about like the money management that goes into me with my makeup and stuff like that, just so you guys get the inside see on what it's like for someone who's just a normal makeup lover and who doesn't do YouTube as a job, who doesn't do this as like a full-time job or anything, or doesn't even do makeup as a full-time job. Because if you do not know, makeup is just a loving hobby of mine. I do my makeup pretty much every day, but it's for work. I have a full-time job at a real, job, and I am working towards the goal of taking over a business as I finish college. And then I do work at a secondary job only for a part-time, and that is one that has to do with makeup, but it's not permanent, I should say. It's one that I do for fun and that I just love doing. And then on top of all that, I am a freelance makeup artist, so I do makeup for people's quinceañeras, weddings, all that good stuff. and I do really love it. And so then that also plays a big part in my makeup collection. And also, you know, I just really love to show you guys this part and this side of everything, you know. And yeah, I hope you guys really do enjoy this and enjoy this type of information. I know it's a lot to take in, especially on the first of the year, but you know, let's start off the year strong. You know, we ended 2020 with using up $2,356.07 worth of products. I bet we can beat that this year. So let's go ahead and do it, guys. I'm really excited. Let's see. Oh, I am planning on doing a no buy in January and February. So fingers crossed we can do that. I am planning that because in January I do have to make some big girl purchases. My car did break down, so I need to drop a lot of money on that to get it fixed. And then in February, I do plan on finally buying a new laptop so I can stop filming on a phone and start going back to filming on my camera, and we can actually start editing these videos to the way I want them to be edited, because you can only edit the videos so much on a phone. So that is what I'm thinking is gonna happen for January and February. So expect a lot of different type of content during January and February, which I hope you guys are okay with. And yeah, I won't be doing a lot of like new reviews for whatever brands come up with January and February, but I hope you guys are still okay with that. And yeah, you know, I'm not gonna lie, guys, it's gonna be so hard because there's so much stuff that I want to get, and oh my gosh, it's gonna be so hard, guys. If I can do this, you better know that in March I'm gonna go ham. But at least, you know, at least it gives me a head start to doing a lot of empties for January and February, you know. So at least it gives me a head start being like, all right, girl, start using up all this so that you don't feel so bad about buying so much when it comes to March. So yes, that is the plan for this year. I was gonna say next year, but it's already this year, guys. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please make sure to give it a big thumbs up down below so I know. And if you're not already, subscribe to my channel. I post every Friday. And make sure to leave a comment down below on, let's say, give me your 2021 New Year's resolution, or just, you know, just say anything, you know, say goodbye 2020, you know, let's forget 2020 even happened, you know, looking forward to 2021, especially with a brand new president. This is gonna go great, guys. I know it, I feel it, we can make this work. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. I love you so much, and I will see you guys next Friday.